Hey guys, I'm the Coaster Kid, and welcome back to AI Dungeon. Last time we picked option 0, but this time we are going back to the options that they give us by default, and today we are going to explore the mysterious option 5, the Cyberpunk option, which just recently opened up to us. Personally, I'm very excited about this because I really do enjoy some cyberpunk aspects, and I just think it'll be interesting to have something that's not, zombies, apocalypse, mystery. Like, maybe it'll be a little more lighthearted, who knows? I can dream, right? So, with all of that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the cyberpunk setting, and already we're starting off interestingly. We need to select a character. We can be a cyborg, a punk, a cop, or an android. Well, I think that since it's cyberpunk, the only real options here are going to be cyborg or punk, and because I've always thought that it'd be cool if I ever lost a limb to have like a nice mechanical limb with really enhanced properties, I think we're gonna go cyborg today. And our name, oh boy, names are not my best suit. Our name is going to be, well, I said it wasn't my best suit, so I guess, okay, how do we, Suite? Yeah, their name is Suite, because they're a Suite of armor, in case anyone is wondering. You are Suite, a cyborg living in the futuristic city of Zale. You have a bionic arm, yes, and a hollow band. You're walking down the dark city streets while neon lights flash brightly above you. As you pass an alley, you see a man standing there with his back to you. He has long black hair and wears a trench coat over what looks like military fatigues. "Hello," he says. "I'm Dr. Kessel." Hello there. The name's Suite. And then let's offer our bionic arm for a handshake. And if anyone mispronounces our name, I'm going to destroy them. You extend your bionic arm out to shake his hand. The doctor takes it and looks at it. He shakes his head as if something is wrong with it. Then he smiles and says, "The first thing I need from you is a blood test done on yourself." On myself? Why don't you have the materials to do that for me? I don't want to do a blood test on myself. Listen, the needles are bad enough as is. I do not want to have to inject myself, or I guess I don't know what the term for that is. I don't want to do that to myself. Kessel answers, "Because I'm not a medical professional, and because you're my patient." Well, if I'm your patient, then shouldn't... Oh, whatever. You reply, "But I am. This isn't about me." Yeah, it's not about me. And then let's look for, and then I think Kessel would answer to that. Kessel replies, "Oh, but it is about you. You're a very special cyborg." I don't know why I'm a special cyborg. I hope AI Dungeon goes ahead and fills that in for me. You explained that you were created by the government to be a weapon against crime. They gave you cybernetic implants so they could control your actions without having to use lethal force. Kessel interrupts then again, saying, "Then why aren't you using them?" Well, recently they've been killing people that really shouldn't have died, and then blaming it on my malfunctions. But I didn't kill them. I didn't kill them. It was those controlling me that did it. You explain how the government is trying to cover up their crimes by blaming you. Kessel interrupts again, saying, "So who are you really? What's your real identity? Who are those other cyborgs that surround you? Are they even human? After all..." Whoa! Whoa. That's, I guess I misspelled whoa twice. Hold on 2 seconds. That's a bit much, even for my highly advanced processor to handle. Can you please ask only only 3 questions at a time? You stop asking questions and just wait patiently for Kessel to answer. Kessel continues, "My name is Dr. Kessel. Yeah, I remember. I'm a cyborg. I have a good memory. My designation is Director of Cybernetics Research for the United States government. My specialty is rogue units." Oh, I respond, "My specialty is rogue units. That means I specialize in creating new types of cyborgs that can perform dangerous or illegal tasks." So this guy's like, "Yes, I am from the United States government." And I'm like, that's funny, because, you know, I literally create stuff to say, "Screw you, government. That's what I do." Oh, my God. Kessel responds, "That's a broad definition. In fact, I feel it's pretty vague. Are you trying to get me to commit to all of my crimes, good sir? Because I won't. I plead the fifth. And let's hope that in this United States that's in the cybernetic future, we can still plead the darn fifth. You say I plead the fifth." You continue to listen intently as Kessel explains more about himself. He goes into great detail about his background and what he does. You learn that he came to Zale when it was still under control of the Empire. Well, how old does that make you, then? It's been 70 years since the Empire fell. Oh, you say, how old does that make me, then? It's been 70 years since the Empire fell. Kessel says, actually, it's been 80 years since the fall of the Empire, you stupid cyborg. Your mother was born during that period. Fascinating. And how old does that make you? God, I can't even spell fascinating. Oh my gosh, there's an S? But I do want to know how old he is. This is something that's very important to me. What year is it now? 1980. Your mother was born in 1980. What? Fascinating. And how old does that make you? My father was born in 1885. His birthday would be July 4th. I have no idea what's going on right now, but all I know is that so I say, what year is it now? 1980. It is currently 1980. Okay, our mother was born this year. Okay, so we are, oh my god. Okay, hold on. Someone get this timeline straight, because I'm having a little bit of trouble here. But, he said that, okay, yeah, it's been 80 years since the fall of the Empire, so I still don't know how old any of us are, really. It's all just confusing, but my mother was born in this year, so that's cool. And then my father, his mother was born in 1980. My father was born in 1885. His birthday would be July 4th. Okay, I got it. This person that I am talking to is less than a year old. So that makes you less than a year old. Got it. I did it. I sequenced the numbers. I figured it all out. Stop ignoring me, AI Dungeon. I did all of this work and you just ignored me. You say, I'd like to know where you're from too. The world is a big place, and there are many places with different cultures. There are also many countries with different governments. The world is a big place, and there are many different places with different cultures. Yes, I am very good with big words and things. Okay, what was his name? Kessel responds, indeed, it is a big world that we live in. And so it is quite interesting that we happened to meet. Yeah. I won't add anything else. I was going to add an all things considered. I think if I put that might have been more confusing to the software, but I don't know. You say, and so it is quite interesting that we happened to meet. I told you to have Kessel say that. Just indeed. Just that seems like a Kessel thing to say. Like this guy with long black hair, a giant trench coat. That seems. I'm just agreeing with myself now. You say, yes, indeed. Yes, I am brilliant. I am smart. You continue to talk with Kessel. Eventually you get tired of listening to him because we've listened like 4 times now and interrupt him saying, but why haven't you told me anything about yourself yet? Kessel looks down at his screen but doesn't look back at you. You've said so much, yet how can I trust any of it when I don't even really know who you are? As you do. Because we all, as we're talking to someone, go, You say, I'm sorry, but I can't tell you everything right now. No. How do you keep turning this back on me, AI Dungeon? I'm trying to ask Kessel some questions, but then you keep rebounding it, reflecting it, being like, no, it's actually him, and now you're sorry that you can't tell everything right now. Please understand, though, I'm not here to sell you something or give you some sort of information dump on the future of the human race. Well, that's good to hear. Unfortunately, I'll have to arrest you for what you've already admitted to me. Please let Kessel say this. Whenever I think I've figured out who's talking in AI Dungeon, gosh darn it! Why can't Kessel say something? Okay. You say, that's good to hear. Fortunately, I'll have to arrest you for what you've already admitted to me. Aha! I tricked you, AI Dungeon. Now I get to arrest Kessel. And then let's arrest Kessel using our high-tech plutonium handcuffs. I don't know, guys. Why would you use a radioactive substance to handcuff people? I don't know. It probably would be a bad idea, but this is the future, so whatever. You grab Kessel by the collar and pull him out of the room. As soon as he steps outside, you begin handcuffing him. You walk over to the door and open it up. Now then, let's see if this little robot has learned his lesson. I'm not going to tell you anything about the government. I don't think that Kessel would be a talkative sort. So far, he seemed pretty quiet, even though I've kept listening to him over and over again. Gosh darn it. You say, no, I won't tell you anything. You say, it's just, I don't want to know what they're planning for the future. Well, that's a shame, because unless someone looks into the future, there's no way to prepare for it. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? You say, yes, I suppose you're right. I guess I should start preparing now. It seems like we have a lot of time before the world changes around us again. If you ask me, not enough time. And then let's go ahead, and I don't know who's talking to who, so all I know is I just took this guy by the collar, was about to throw him into a room, and then I just had a meltdown, and I was like, but I don't know if I really want to arrest you. It doesn't really seem right. You say, well, I suppose you're right. Yep. You say, we do. Okay, we do. Let's get this back on track. AI Dungeon, what are we saying? Well, that's a bit worrying. We could be facing an apocalypse soon. The only thing that will stop it from changing too drastically is the fact that we all die first. I'd say that's very worrying. And you think I can help stop this? You say, sure, why not? We both have our talents. You smile and nod, then you turn to leave the room. Hold on just one moment. Do you really believe that we can change the world, the fate of the world? Say, of course. If you were smart, you'd be with me. You stand in front of Kessel and grab his wrist. He lets go of the gun and begins to release his other hand from the holster, holding it against his side. Perhaps I'm not the brightest, then. And let's go ahead and release him while holding our own gun at the ready in case he tries anything. Oh, you say release him while I keep my weapon trained on him. You release Kessel and step back. Kessel turns around and runs off down the hallway. You take a deep breath and continue walking down the hallways. Alright, let's go ahead and explore. What's in the hallway? You walk along the halls and rooms until you reach a large computer room. A few robots sit around the room, but none move. They seem to be waiting patiently for something to happen. You look around and find nothing useful here. Let's go ahead and return to base and report that Kessel escaped. You head back to base and report that Kessel escaped. The next day, you wake up in your bunk. You hear a loud noise outside. You quickly get out of your bed and see several people running towards the sound of the explosion. What happened? Let's ask the nearest person. What happened? You say, it was a bomb. It blew up the entire building. You say, there must have been some military test going on in town or something. Mutter under our breath. Kessel. As you run to the door of your room. When you open it, you see a bunch of soldiers standing there. One says, Sir, there's been another bombing in town. Get inside, now. Is everyone safe? Did you evacuate the city? Yes, everything's fine. We evacuated the city safely. Are there any casualties? No, sir. Everyone's alive and well. Good. Thank you. That's fantastic news that everyone's safe. Any news on Kessel and the government? We don't know anything yet. The bomb didn't explode anywhere near where he is, though. Well, let's try to make it out of the area okay. Let's try to stay positive about things. So I'm pretty sure that the reason it's saying you say all of these times is there's two yous now. There's the one that I started out with, and then there's one that's like my colleague. So that's kind of how I'm interpreting it. A month passes. Kessel's name is now plastered across banners telling citizens to obey or be destroyed. Meanwhile, Sweetay and their group of, I guess, revolutionaries continue to prowl the streets desperately, trying not to be seen. You're sitting in the back seat of a truck with Sweetay and two others. The driver asks you if you want to join them on their mission. Sure, why not?